Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 1995 Lownville Christian School play, Evening of Comedy. I'm Mike Empey.
And I'm Tina Gross. Tonight you're in for a treat. You'll see things on the stage that will make you laugh so hard you'll cry.
I've got my tissues ready. Do you?
Before we begin, there are a few things we must go over.
First, there's to be no food or drink in this gymnasium. If spilled, it will ruin our gym floor.
Not to mention the mess it will be able to clean up. And you know who has to clean up your mess? We do. Mike, stop.
Second, please don't take pictures of those on stage. Flash photography has a way with messing with your head, you know?
Hey, Mike. Not to mention that if you stand up, the person behind you won't be able to see, and so they'll have to start screaming at you, and then nobody will be able to hear what's going on.
Which brings me to a third point. Many of us have worked very hard to try and get this gym in good enough shape so you can hear everything. Please do not make excess noise like talking
Or going out of the gym through those big blue doors on either end and letting them slam like this.
See? It makes a lot of noise.
After our first play, the curtain will close for a short time so we can get play number 2 ready for you.
But don't worry, you'll be entertained. Our story director tells us. He says there's a big surprise, and it's really good.
After play number 2, the house lights will come back on, and we will have our intermission.
That's when ushers will walk around with baskets for you to put your donations in. Remember, all proceeds go to our trip next month to Washington, D.C.
For those interested, refreshments will be offered in the room off the gym.
And now for a final word of instruction.
Enjoy the show.
It was an accident, Dr. Schmedlap. I swear it was. He was standing right there when it happened.
Near the Time-Mobile?
No, sir, in the Time-Mobile.
Pemberton, I've said it 1,000 times. Absolutely no one tests the Time-Mobile until it's ready.
Yes, sir, I know, and Bill knew that too, but
Then what was he doing in the Time-Mobile?
checking out a noise from inside the machine.
That's impossible. The machine is empty.
That's what I said, but he insisted. Next thing I knew, the door was slammed shut behind him.
Well, why didn't you open it back up?
It was shut tight. So tight that there wasn't any way that I... How'd you do that?
What's going on? Where's Bill?
He's gone, Diana, but don't ask me where.
Stop clowning around, Pemberton. Where is he?
Diana, what Pemberton's trying to say is that Bill has just taken an unauthorized trip in there.
But that's impossible.
It was an accident, Diana. I tried to get him out, but he was lost before he could get the door open.
Lost? Lost where?
Somewhere in time. That is if the machine worked properly.
I'm really sorry, Diana. I mean, since you had a crush on him and all.
I most certainly did not. Why would I have a crush on someone who always has his nose in a book?
Opposites attract.
May we please dispense with the advice to the lovelorn? We have a serious problem on our hands.
Right. We've got to get Bill back.
More important than that, Pemberton, we have to get a presence from a past century to take Bill's place in this century.
Why do we have to do that?
Because Bill, without even knowing it, has just upset the entire molecular balance of our history. With his little junket to a past century, if he is gone to a different time, that faces the universe with the awesome dilemma of having one more person in it than it had before.
Well, it's not like he's going to eat a lot or anything.
True. But Bill could do something that could drastically affect our history.
Well, what if we get someone like Attila the Hun? I don't think he'd fit into our society really well, running all amok and creating confusion.
That reminds me, Dr. Schmedlap. I came to tell you that I've got Washington on the phone.
I'd better take that. Don't touch anything while I'm gone, Pemberton.
Yes, sir. I don't know where you are, Pemberton, but I sure wish I could join you. I've really done it this time. I seem to make things happen even when I'm doing nothing.
Hark! What light from yonder window breaks?
Now I'm even hearing voices.
You lad, a word with you.
Hey, what are you doing in here? This is a top secret lab.
Indeed, good fellow, do mine eyes deceive me, or in life's fleeting moment have I traversed to a land foreign and strange?
You're in LA, and we're both in trouble if you don't get out of here.
Speak the speech then, I pray to you, trippingly upon the tongue.
There's no time for speeches, mister. Now there's the front door. I don't want to catch you in here again, you understand?
What folly is this?
This is no folly at all. Now out! Wonder who that was. I seem to know him from somewhere.
All right, Pemberton. I'll need you to take notes on this.
Yes, sir. I'm doing pretty good, don't worry.
I just met the most charming man in the hallway.
Man? What man?
I don't know. He's dressed rather strangely, though.
You've never seen him before.
Not that I recall. He said the cutest thing. A rose by any other name.
I better call security.
I just love a man who quotes Shakespeare.
Oh my, that's it!
I wonder what he's so flustered about. Better put this in water so it will last.
Sorry I chased you out before. I just didn't realize who you were.
What manner of magic is this, that my name be known, and yet our acquaintance is a puzzlement to me?
Everyone's heard of you. You're William Shakespeare, and you're famous.
Famous? Verily I have wished to grasp such fortune, but alas, he who steals my purse finds very little within.
You mean you're out of ideas?
'Tis the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune have struck their mark and quelled my spirit.
Come on, now everyone has a bad day now and then.
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Hey, I know that one. It's from Hamlet.
Hamlet? What's that?
You mean you don't remember your own play?
Sir, your words be riddles to me.
What about Julius Caesar, Romeo and Juliet, and King Lear?
Should I know these people?
Of course. They're all characters from your plays.
Truly you have mistaken me for another. A countryman, perhaps.
Don't be ridiculous. Uh-oh.
What manner of speech is uh-oh? Your face, my friend, betrays an air of tragic consequence.
This is going to be hard to explain, but this friend of mine stepped into that machine over there and...
How strange. From whence did it come?
Oh, we built it right here in the lab. It takes people from one period of time to another. Does any of this make sense? I guess what I'm trying to say is, you're not supposed to be here.
To be or not to be? That is the question. I was set at my desk, quill in hand, set to write a sonnet to my lady, when suddenly I find myself in this unfamiliar place.
Well, he's gone now, wherever he was.
Quick, in here! And don't say a word.
Now then, where was I?
Well, look at the time.
What about it, Pemberton?
Why, it's time for lunch. How about it, you two? Lunch on me.
Lunch on you means Mr. Milkshake. I think I'll pass.
No, thank you, Pemberton. I have a lot of work to do.
Dr. Schmidlap, is that your phone I hear ringing?
I don't hear anything.
Neither do I.
There it is again. Yes, I'd say that's definitely your phone. It could be an emergency.
I don't know what's gotten into you today, Pemberton. You're acting so strange.
Don't you think you should go with him?
What for?
It could be an emergency that takes two people to solve.
Are you trying to get rid of me, Pemberton?
Now why would I want to do that? Oh, by the way, Diana, did you find that box of candies on your desk?
What box of candy?
At least I think it was for you. Heart-shaped box, lace, red
I'll
ribbon.
go take a look.
Come on out, William. They're gone. Better find some place to hide you.
Your ears are playing tricks on you, Pemberton.
Dr. Schmedlap, say, Dr. Schmedlap, have you ever met my brother? Don't. Say, William. Dr. Schmedlap, William. Well, we've got to be going. William.
Pemberton, I've looked all over. Hello. You meet again.
Parting with such sweet sorrow.
And parting is exactly what we have to do.
Pemberton, aren't you going to introduce us?
Sure. William, Diana, my cousin William.
I thought you said he was your brother.
Did I? Actually, we're cousins. Always been like brothers. Close family, you know. See you after lunch. William.
That Pemberton certainly is a weird character.
We're in luck. They're gone. Now, if my theory is right, all we have to do is set the tiles for the time and date you gave me and send you back to Stratford-on-Avon. With luck, you'll be home for time for dinner.
What of your friend Bill?
Who knows? Me? You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You okay?
Yeah.
Now, Bill. Well, maybe you pass each other in time, in which case you're going back, may bump him back into the present, and everything will be all right. That is, I think everything will be all right.
Verily do I long for my own hearth. I've seemed to left my coat behind.
Well, we better hurry. We've got to get you back to England so you can get on with becoming famous.
That'd be so. If in sleep I were perchance to dream, then plots of plenty might reveal themselves to me. And I might take my quill in hand and write words witty and bold.
Exactly.
But on the other hand, change of century might do me well. This one perchance.
No, you can't. It's a nice place to visit, but you just can't stay here.
Is your world so unpleasant then?
No, actually it's pretty nice. Lots of things to do around here. Computer games, Disneyland, movies on the VCR.
Movies?
Yeah, that's something you should be able to get into, being a writer and all. My all-time favorite is Casablanca. You must remember this, a kiss is still a kiss, a rose is still a rose. Well, we've got to get you back before they come and start asking questions.
But wait, a plot or two from which the tales you speak so fondly of might set me in a new direction.
Well, I don't see any harm in telling you about them. Let me see. There's Romeo and Juliet. It's about these two families, the Montagues and the Capulets. They really hate each other, but the two lovers want to get married.
And happily shall they dwell ever after.
Well, no. You see, that's the whole point of the plays you wrote. Or should I say, you're going to write.
And Hamlet, what of him?
Let me see. He's this prince. Oh. Stop it. Now let me see. Where was I? I was trying to do something. Now let me see. If you want to find out about this, you better cut it out. Okay. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, Hamlet. Well, he's this prince who talks to the ghost of his father, who tells him that his evil uncle murdered his father, married his mother, the queen, and took over the whole kingdom.
Has Hamlet an interest in romance as well?
Well, there's Ophelia. She's really crazy about him, but she doesn't seem to notice him. Don't drink that! Don't drink that! Now,
Bill and Diana. Did I write about them too?
no, Bill and Diana are real people. Well, never mind. Well, is that enough to get you going?
What about Macbeth? I seem to recall something about that.
Oh, yes. Let me see. Witches, murder, power, trees advancing on Dunsinane.
Trees.
Really?
Advancing on Dunsinane? What work of sorcery is this?
None at all. Just a clever twist. You had the soldiers. Hold branches up to their faces and move up and attack the castle.
How
Now-
intriguing this is. Marvelous, yes, I can see it now.
Now, is that enough to get you going?
With infinite gratitude, I bid you adieu.
Here, let me help you up. Well, have a nice trip, and don't forget to write.
Pemberton, I told you not to touch anything.
Just dusting, sir.
Well, why don't you go dust somewhere else?
Did William leave already?
William? Yeah, he had to get home.
I really liked him a lot, but does he always dress that way?
What way?
Like an extra in Shakespearean tragedy?
Part of his charm, I guess.
What was that?
I didn't hear anything.
Hear what?
Whatever Dr. Schmedlap thought he heard, but didn't.
There it is again.
No, it isn't.
It's coming from inside the machine.
And someone or something is in there, and I want to find out what it is.
Are you sure you want to do that? It could be dangerous.
Bill,
Bill? I'm so glad you're back.
Bill?
you've got a lot of explaining to do, young man. Dr. Smedlab, Diana, Pemberton, don't play games with me, young man. I want to know exactly where you've been.
I wish I knew exactly where I've been myself.
What are you talking about?
The last thing I remember was walking the time-mobile. And the next thing I knew, I was sitting in a thatched cottage in the country.
What's this? A note?
Something I must have written before I fell asleep. I was really tired, so I put my head down on the desk. When I woke up, I was back here.
It's the most beautiful poem I've ever read. Did you really mean it?
Sure. I guess so.
I'm so happy you're back.
Well, I'll be in my office, Diana, and I don't want to be interrupted unless it's a genuine emergency.
I was so worried about you.
You were?
Here we all thought that we had lost you somewhere in time, and it turns out you're as safe as could be.
I guess so.
And I just adore the poem. So original.